Hey everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Today we're going to be doing Mikey Rage Mode. So from that fight, I think it was episode 19 versus Kazutora. So he's looking real intense, close up on his face, right? So big eyes and all this kind of stuff. So I'm on landscape orientation paper. Use a pencil and an eraser. And hit pause if I go too fast, right? So let's go. Center point of my page about here. There maybe, and his eyes are above the halfway line, right? So his eyes are just up here, and we have a bit of his forehead, and the top of his head is cut off by the top of my page. Okay, so we'll just center point up over to the right, and we'll start with his right eyelid. So let's go. So real big now. So we go up like so, right? And some of this will go underneath his hair. We don't really see all of it. So the top eyelid is like real spiky on the end, right? So it's got like a spike there, and we'll thicken it up because we're so close up on his face. So we gotta make it like real thick. All right, and then we'll curve it down then this way. So we got like a big sort of hook that comes down here, like so. You got to thicken this part up as well. And most of this will go underneath his hair, but we'll draw it in anyway, just so we get everything sort of in the right place, right? And then this becomes a thin line, then it comes across the bottom of his eye here. And you don't have to thicken up this line. It's just usually the top and sometimes the side. Right, so then his iris, so it's just a long pupil. Long sort of circular sort of shape. And it's kind of shaded inside, so there's no pupil inside the iris. It's just navy sort of colored in inside. So he's frowning super heavy, so his eyebrow is like here. Right, so you just tick it up. Like so. It kind of goes underneath his hair in here somewhere, but we'll add the end, you know, this sort of spiking end, and then do the same thing on this side. So we'll bring just the top place to color in, and it goes right up and over. And then we have an eyelid line somewhere like here, like so. Right, we'll come over and do the same thing over here. So the eyes in Tokyo Revengers are super big, right? So you can't fit a full eye in between. It's probably half an eye or 3/4 will fit in between. I would say to here, just past his eye, will fit in between. If I was to guess, like 3/4 of his eye, say, will fit in between his two eyes. So that's where the next eye will start, right? So there. So you're not like a full eye width over. So then, once you get that distance, we will go up this way. And we'll spike up there and then thicken it up. Like so. And then we add a sort of hook coming down the back. Another one here. And we just thicken it up. So similar to the other side, And then we'll bring this in towards the center, just into there. And then his iris, same as the other side, a long oval shape, like so. And then his eyebrow. So here again, we will tick a line up. And then we bring it over. And we go kind of the same thing again. Like that. Right, so his eyelid line just comes across here. And then, so we have like some lines around his eye, depending on if you're drawing, you know, manga style or the anime style. You know, the anime sort of tones it down a bit. In the manga, there's like lots of scratch marks and stuff around his eyes, and like lots of, you know, stress lines, I guess you'd call them. So then he's frowning quite heavily, right? So he's got like these frown lines coming out from around his eyebrows here. There's like some hatching for his brow on top. And then we have some frowns just for his nose here. Some coming in from his eyebrow. Both sides kind of here. Here. And like there's a big strand of hair that comes down across his face, so we'll have to erase some of this, but we'll draw it in first anyway. And then his nostrils just down here, two curved lines side by side like that. You don't have to draw in any of the rest of the nose. And then his mouth, so down turned on the ends because he's like super angry, like so. And there's a bit of a gap. And then we do the same thing again, across like that. So there's just a bit of a gap between those two lines. There doesn't have to be, but that's the way it is in the anime. And then his bottom lip comes across there. And then his chin, just down here. So you can't really see his jaw on this side, right? Because it's covered with hair. I'll do a bit of it, but you don't have to draw this part in if you don't want to, basically is what I'm saying. But check your proportions of things now, okay? So the eye to the nose is about the same as the nose to the chin. So here to here, say like the top eyelid, the eyelashes, here, about the same as here to here. So the nose is halfway between here and here, okay? And then nostrils, nose to bottom lip, about the same as bottom lip to chin. Okay, so that's roughly your proportions. Bottom lip is halfway between nose and chin. Right, so you want to roughly get them in the right place. Okay, so then his jaw goes up the side. Right, you want to stop sort of maybe like mouth level, maybe top lip level, and underneath the corner of his eye, because that's where you change direction, right? So we'll go same thing out here, just underneath the corner of his eye, top lip, right? And then we go up for the side of his face, up this way, like so. You don't really have to do it on this side because we don't see it, but for anyone who maybe wants to know how to draw jaws and things, you could do it. Because there's a lot of hair that comes down here, so we don't really see this. Right, so then on his face, there's like lots of scratch marks and things as well, right? So we can add some of these lines. Now they can be done in red, or pink pencil color if you want to do it that way. You know, you can. And you can add more than what's in the anime. I think in the manga there's like way more. I can't see. Oh no. Sorry, no. Okay. My computer is freaking out. No. Stop. Oh my god. What is happening? Stop it. Go back. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so scratch marks on his face. Right, and there's all blood and stuff, but we'll do his hair first, right? Because it covers all the blood, and then we have to raise all the blood that's underneath the hair. So we'll do big strand of hair that comes down across his face first, right? So we'll go. Boom. Right, so that's your bravery test. Got a like big line just cutting down on the work you just did. But you gotta believe. And then this spikes up this way. Like so. And then we have another line curves around here. And then this goes back up his face again. So we're cutting back in. So we're going up to there. Phew. And then there's another one. This one's quite small. Well, smaller. Just there. And then we bring it back. Up here. And then, as I said, there's a lot here on the side of his face. So, like, cuts off his eyebrow somewhere here. So it goes like up here. Cuts off his eye. Like there. It comes around nearly to his mouth. Back in. To there, and then this comes down back in, and back up, like so. And then there's like a big piece of hair on his jaw here. There, around, like so, and then there's some that comes down here, and then there's more around the back, and we can see some ears and stuff. So let's see. So we'll go down this side. How far does this go? This is real long. Boom, just there. Okay, and then we'll bring it back like that, and then we have another one. And this goes all, well, not all the way, meets another one. Goes to about there, and then it meets another. Another sticking out here. And this will go back up into there, And another one comes down this way. And then one sticks out here. Back in, back down. Back out there. Down to there. And then another one here. Back out to there. Back in. And then some more sticking off down here. So there's lots of hair. There's like hair everywhere. So, and then down there. And then, so we can see his ear just inside here. So it like curves into here. And can we see the ear on the other side? We can, just around like here. And then there's bones and ligament lines inside. So I think there's like a sideburn there. And then actually his ear's cut off here a little bit, so that line's a mistake just in there. So like there's hair coming over the top of his ear. And then this comes down there. And you guessed it, more hair. So big one coming down this way. Back up. Curving up that way. A piece of hair there. And then long hair then again, coming down. Like so. Another spike. So there's like, they're often like double spikes, see? Like 2 spikes on the end of the strand of hair. And then we have more that come down all the way to his neck, but I'll just erase those lines underneath the hair that we shouldn't see first, and then I'll draw his neck. Right, so I think I got all of them. I'm not sure, but I think that's it. So all the lines under the hair should now be gone. So then we'll add his neck, and then we'll add the rest of his hair and his shoulders and stuff. So neck line comes down here. Neckline goes down there, and then we got like a neck muscle here, neck muscle coming this way, like so, and then his trapezius comes out this way, and we got like his AC joint, so like where his collarbone goes in, meets his shoulder there, and then down. So like the collarbone, that's the end of your collarbone, so it goes down towards the middle of his neck here, and it's the same on the other side pretty much. So you go down, bump up, and then shoulder comes down, and this is your collarbone again. So that sort of bump is the end of the collarbone. And don't worry if they're not even. Mine aren't even, because I injured mine on this side. And I'm sure Mikey has his fair share of injuries. Like so. Right. So then you can add like all that blood, right? So we'll go some coming down from his eye, and it's like running down his head because he got bit by a pipe. So there'd be a lot of blood. And this isn't really drawn in, it's done in red, just like red color. So you don't, it's not essential that you draw this in with black ink. You could just do it with your pencil and then color it red after. But I will draw it in just so you get an idea of where to put it. So it's all sort of flowing, running down his neck as well. There's like drips of it every now and then. Da-da-dum, another one running down his neck here. Like that. And I think that's all of it. Right, so we'll just finish the rest of his hair that like comes in behind his shoulders, okay? So we'll go over here and we'll just add some more of these spikes. So. And a couple over here as well. Okay, but finally, that's everything. That's how to draw Mikey Rage Mode from Tokyo Revengers. Hope it was helpful, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.